Welcome to Readings for the Times. I am Johnny Frederick. I am a student of and an interpreter of the I Ching, the 3,000-year-old book of changes, or the book of transformation that came from ancient China. And we read the I Ching through the throwing of the coins to discern, to discover, to see where the energy of the universe is flowing this month for us, where the movement of the Tao, as written in the Tao Te Ching, some call it Qi, some call it the quantum field, the life force, the energy of the universe that's always ebbing and flowing, that's always moving and changing, and of course is always for our good. This month I threw the coins, and the I Ching is telling us that this is the time of pushing upward. Hexagram number 46. 3 lines have changed to another hexagram, number 9, the taming power of the small. Overall, both hexagrams are talking about gentle, quiet, persistent progress. In the first hexagram, number 46, pushing upwards, we have gently penetrating wood underneath, growing upwards deep within the earth above. Progress with quiet effort. In December, we see that the Tao is flowing in gentle, steady, persistent movements. It's like tree roots, movement in increments, but movement that's strong, enough to break rocks eventually. And the movement of the lower hexagram of wood is combined with the firm, devoted, and humble, abiding yin power of the earth above. So just like a plant or a young sapling needs to push its way up from the ground, we'll make progress this month by using gentle, steady, and persistent efforts. This is the energy, the vital life force that brings real growth, true growth. And in this manner, we can attain something great. The judgment for the hexagram number 46, pushing upwards, says pushing upwards has supreme success. One must see the great person and fear not. Departure toward the south brings good fortune. When the good rises upward, there are few obstacles, and those few obstacles are easily surmounted. This is a guarantee of great success. Pushing upwards is definitely not sudden, it's not violent, it's made possible by gentleness, made possible by modesty and adaptability. And we're doing our part, and we're carried along by the great forces of the Tao at this time. In the I Ching's way of speaking, to see the great person means to consult with and get help from or get a blessing from someone in authority, someone farther along the path than we are, an expert, a spiritual guide, a sponsor, maybe, a mentor or a tutor. See the great person means maybe talk to the boss's boss, or begin consulting a therapist, or watch videos of someone who's doing something you'd like to do and take their course. Maybe it's time to find a spiritual advisor or a pastoral counselor. Maybe it's time to get help from your senator. Or go to listen to a speaker and talk to them afterwards. Oftentimes in hexagrams, the I Ching will say, see the great person. It furthers one to see the great person, but in this case it says one must see the great person. And that makes sense, because this is a time of fellowship and conviviality. People's hearts and minds and their spirits, most people anyway, are expanding. And I can't think of a better time to get help, to get guidance, to get support and advice. Find a powerful ally and enlist them. It's an essence of humility to know to ask for help. knowing our limits. Here the I Ching compares our situation to that of a young plant just growing up out of the earth. We are in a vulnerable state, yet great success is assured if we follow the advice, if we follow the guidance of the oracle. This is also the meaning of the next line, fear not. With the auspiciousness of the times, the favorability of the Tao in certain steady movement and infinite stability below, plus a powerful ally or allies on our side, we are safe. We have nothing to fear, but we have to do our part. This is the meaning of go to the south. Movement to the south is I Ching's way of saying get busy. The compass points in the I Ching are important concepts. Each trigram corresponds to a direction, and both the trigrams here, earth and wind or wood, are associated with the south, earth in the southwest and wood in the southeast. The gentle wind blows in early summer, renews the plant world, clothing the earth in green. Earth is the receptive, the mother who makes ready the harvest in late summer. The earth, she nurtures all life, giving every living thing a home. Earth bears, holds, abides, and endures. Confucius writes of this particular line, departure toward the south brings good fortune. What is willed is done. That's taking action. The south is a region of activity. It's the region of summer, of light, of warmth. It's the region of the heavens between the gently penetrating wind, wood, and the earth. So this December, do what's necessary. Consult with great people, take action, do it with the right attitude, and success is certain. Well, what plans are you looking to advance this month? What projects do you have irons in the fire? What projects are ripe for the energy of summer and the depth of winter? What goals are ready to be plucked? What December miracles await your gentle pushing upward with sincerity and quiet confidence? Each hexagram, besides a judgment, has an image, and the image for this hexagram pushing upward is this. Wood growing within the earth. This is the image of pushing upward. Thus, a superior person is devoted. The superior person heaps up small things in order to achieve something great. It's a great image of small, gentle, steady. Success is rarely achieved in one fell swoop. Small, steady, and clear, consistent, correct, honest, loving, humble actions over time achieve something great. You've probably been doing that all along, and in December, those small actions over time seem to be coming to fruition. What have you been working on all along? Have you been working on your character? Have you been working on your recovery, if you're in 12-step recovery? Maybe on your music, on your home? Are you working on your children's development? On your sewing, or your knitting, or on your schoolwork? Remember the tortoise and the hare? Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that a so-called overnight success has toiled unknown for years, if not decades. Remember the old Chinese adage that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. There are 3 lines that move in this hexagram pushing upward, and these give us more detail what's flowing in the Tao in December for your good, for our good. Line 1 moved, and this is the reading for line 1. Pushing upward meets with confidence brings great good fortune. Pushing upwards, that meets with confidence brings great good fortune. Those in positions above us in the hierarchy, or perhaps in spiritual development, they agree with our purposes. This is the lowest yin line, and it agrees with the 3 yin lines above. It's the image of the hidden tree root that connects the tree with the earth. It makes growth possible. The root feeds and nourishes the tree, and the upper branches send down life energy to the roots. The root stays in the lowest place, thus power to rise, to grow, to succeed comes from this obscure hidden place under the earth where it can't be seen. Here you have a spiritual connection in line 1 to those above. You have solidarity with them, and that creates confidence and leads to great accomplishment. Then line 5 and line 6 also moved. Line 5 says perseverance brings good fortune. One pushes upward by steps. Here again we have that slow, incremental, steady growth. When one is advancing, it's important not to get intoxicated with our success or become ego-driven. We have to remain moderate. We have to not skip steps. Slowly, step by step, is the modest, humble way upward. Only calm, steady progress and not taking shortcuts can lead us to our goal. That's what line 5 reminds us. And then line 6 talks about pushing upward in darkness. It furthers one to be unremittingly persevering. This is a bit too far here in this line 6. It doesn't always mean to strive and struggle. Pushing upwards in darkness means we may not think and blindly go forward, plowing ahead regardless, and then in denial we could strive too far or too hard or push in the wrong way and become exhausted and maybe alienate people or the Tao itself and block our success. So we need to stay free of blind impulses and remain persevering, not just in our actions, but in our attitude. The I Ching is all about having the attitude, having the feelings, having the inner life, firm, correct, sincere, consistent, persevering. And when that is, then the outer world, the outer manifestations line up with our inner attitude. So conscientiousness, consistent, perseveringly modest, humble, firm, and correct. As if this wasn't enough information about taking things in steady steps toward a great success, number 9 is the taming power of the small. The yin lines, 3 out of the 4 yin lines in pushing upward have changed to yang lines. And now we have one yin line, one dark, feminine, broken line in the middle of 5 strong, masculine lines. And this humble little yin line in the 4th place tames the others. This is the taming power of the small. Here this weak yin line holds all the strong lines in check. It tames their energy, not by force and might, by its very weakness, by its very humility and subservience and modesty. The taming power of the small has success. Dense clouds, but no rain from the west. This is the judgment. So the image here is strong, but gentle winds blowing across heaven. And the wind restrains the clouds so that they grow dense, but there's not enough yet accumulation of clouds of energy to bring rain. And sometimes we can only deal with these obstacles, with these difficulties, by friendly persuasion and a calm demeanor. A soft answer turneth away the wrath comes to mind. Situation is not unfavorable and success is very possible, but some obstacles are in the way. And all we can do right now is take preparatory actions and wait with an excuse me, attitude of humility, but optimistically expecting our good, and then we can influence the situation through small steps. Sweeping measures will not work. The image of number 9, the taming power of the small, is this: the wind blows in heaven. The image of the taming power of the small. Thus, the superior people, they refine the outward appearance of their nature. Not yet having sufficient means and it not being the time for great change in this hexagram, one has a limited effect, and the best we can do is to continue to develop, enhance our outward expression of good in small ways. So this December, it all comes together. The events, the plans, our adventures, our goals are all within sight. Pushing upwards, we will achieve our heart's desires if we remain on the middle path, modest and firm, if we ask for help from the greater lights, the greater beings, seen and unseen, And if we continue to take small steps, steady in the right direction. As we look to the end of the year, see what obstacles may remain. See where we need to call for help. See where we need to be patient and wait while deepening our spiritual nature and refining our character. The I Ching is very clear that with modesty and consistency and awareness, we can be certain that our goals and our dreams and our plans will be achieved. So this is the reading for the times for December. I hope it helps you. Like, subscribe, and share here on YouTube. I am happy to hear from you. Please make comments. Email me with questions. I'm always happy to give you I Ching readings. Please visit my website, www.johnafrederick.com, JOHNAFREDERICK.com. Sign up for weekly blog posts. Subscribe to my Substack, Paris and Prosperity Now. Or come to Paris. Sign up for one of my Paris tours. You can email me at paristravelguide@yahoo.com. Thank you for listening. Namaste.